Pure here with a process video on how I did my pages for my traveling Happy Mail. So if you haven't seen yet, I posted a flip through of our traveling Happy Mail. This is a collaboration I did with a few ladies on Instagram and YouTube. So I link everybody's Instagrams and YouTubes below so you can check them out, and I'll link the flip through below as well so you can check that out too. So I'm starting with this page here, and this is going to be a page about all the things I love. So I decided to use this picture of me and my husband, and this is it's a picture I've scrapbooked 10 times before, but it's one of my favorites of us. We're down by the San Antonio River where we go on our walks every week, so just a cute selfie of us. So I started with this blue paper as my background, and I just basically pulled out a bunch of papers from my scrap box, and then everything I'm using is just stuff that I had on my table. So I decided to layer it with this flowered paper and this yellow grid paper, and then that little strip is just like a branding strip from a Maggie Holmes paper. And then I'm going to put this little flower piece, and this is from Take Me Away, Paige Evans Take Me Away collection. I also did one of my little DIY embellishments to hold that Just Love piece of ephemera up there, and then this is just from a cut apart sheet, and I'm just gonna place that down there. I made that little tag that's gonna go behind my picture, and if you saw what I did or noticed what I did, I made it so the layers behind the picture were actually a pocket, and that's actually a really easy way to do some hidden journaling too, if you don't like to have your journaling on a page, which I don't like to have journaling on a page, but I don't do hidden journaling very often, but that's a way that you could do hidden journaling, is to just make a little pocket behind your layers and then stick a little tag or something behind there. So I just used one of these manila tags and stapled on this little punched out heart, and I'm gonna use these alphas to spell the word love, and I'm gonna stick a puffy heart on there too. And then on the back of that, I will just write all of the things that I love at the moment. So then on the back of this, I'm going to do another kind of just scrapbook page, I guess. And I think because I've gotten more into scrapbooking than Happy Mail lately, so my style is more scrapbooky than snail mail-y, I guess. So the other ladies, their pages were very much how they make their snail mail, and I made my pages very much how I make a scrapbook layout. So kind of fun just to see all of our different styles in the book. But I am going to be using this picture of me. This is my design team headshot, I guess. It's like my Instagram profile picture too, but it's just a good picture of me, so I'm going to use it as much as I want. So yeah, I just wanted to do kind of this little angled effect on the page, so I used this pink and white polka dot paper, and then I did this plus paper on top of that, and I decided that I wanted to do my little folded down corner thing on there, so I just folded it up and stapled it down. And then I'm going to figure out what I want to do around my photo. I thought for a second, I would use that fancy little Heidi Swapp gold word. And then I was like, I'm not fancy at all. Why would I even put that on there? I'm not fancy, guys. So that didn't make it. So I have these floral die cuts, and they were just kind of sitting on my desk, and so I decided to just pop a few of these on there around my picture, just kind of build a couple clusters. And then this flare is from Becky. And these little puffy birds are from the latest Citrus Twist kit, and I just thought that looked really cute, and it's a cute little sweet page, and just kind of showing me, I guess. And I stick all of that on and realized that I had a like leather heart that I was going to put on there that had fallen off, and I didn't realize it, but I will stick that on later too, so it does make its way there. And then, because if the page is about me, it's got to have baker's twine all around it, right? So I decided to twist around some baker's twine. So I did a little bit there, and then I'll do a little bit coming up from out of the little folded down corner as well. And that page, I actually wanted this page to be the first page, but then when I went to punch my holes, it didn't really work out. Like, the placement wasn't right. So this ends up being my second page, which is fine, but that's that. Then I did some stitching, and I just stitched this glassine envelope to this like goodie bag, and I'm going to stick this little piece of paper in there. And on the back of that, I'm going to write a little currently list, I believe. But first, I'm going to kind of decorate this envelope a little bit. So that circle is like, it's just a Project Life card, but I cut this circle out. So that'll just go on there. And then I'm just going to stick on this little chipboard bird on top of that and put a few staples in there. And that will pretty much finish off that. Where did I go? There we go. So that will finish off that side of the envelope. I think I tried to put that heart there and it just wasn't working. So the heart does not end up making it. Then on the back side of this, do I do anything? What do I do here? So this is on my desk right now. I have all of my pieces of ephemera organized by color, but what I end up doing is I sort through it, pick out what I need for a project, and then what I don't use, I end up putting in this little like square container that's on my desk. And so yeah, I just have this thing and it gets full, and when it gets full, what I need to do is I need to resort it and put it back in the ephemera pieces back where they're supposed to go. But I don't end up doing that because I'm lazy. And so what ends up happening is I just have this huge pile of ephemera and journaling cards and all sorts of stuff just in this little box. And I get lazy again making a project and then just end up pulling from this box. So that's what I was doing there. Just looking and seeing what would work for that. So I just stuck on like a little cut apart journaling card and another piece of chipboard ephemera. So here's where I'm punching my holes. So I just took out the last page of the book and it was just lining it up with my project. And then I realized that it's not going to work the way I wanted it to because it's going to poke through my eyeball, and that just couldn't work like that. So so I ended up just using the page with me and Chris was going to be the first page, and then it'll be a page with me next. And then I stick in this glassine bag and goodie bag. And then I have this little tag that I'll stick in there as well that will have a few little facts about me. So I'm going to have a little flip through so you guys can see kind of a sped up version of the entire book. And then I will be back to explain everything that's in my pages so you can see everything in detail. And then I'll have some close-ups at the very end. So stay tuned for those. And if you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments below. is my pages for the traveling snail mail, or traveling happy mail, I guess is what we're calling it. And I just did this little cover page, and actually I wanted this to be my first page, but if I would have punched the holes, it would have been right on my eyeball. So I did this page first, which is fine. So this page I did about all the things that I love. So when you pull this out, it says love, and then I've got family, air conditioning, and yes, that does come second after my family. Ice cream, scrapbooking, Netflix, animals. I love all animals. I used to be a vet tech, if you guys didn't know. Teal, magenta, and yellow are my favorite colors, and then craft supply shopping is one of my favorite things to do. Although I am on a no spend right now, so no craft supply shopping for me at the moment. And then flip this page, and it's just a picture of me, and then here I've got kind of my stats. So I've got the date, my name, and then my Instagram name. And then I've got age 34, sign Gemini, my Myers-Briggs is ENFP, my hair color's brown, my eye color's blue, and I am 5'1.5". So that's just a little stats on me. In here, I've just got a little note to Becky, and yeah, that's just saying how this was fun, and we're gonna plan to do another kind of swap thingy with all of us again, so that'll be fun. And then in here I've got my currently, so this is from today, cooking beef stir fry for dinner, in case you're interested. Eating chips and dip. That's like my weakness, I guess. Chips and dip. I love chips and dip. Anyways, not feeling my hair because it really needs to be dyed at the moment. I haven't found a hairstylist here in San Antonio yet, so I've been nervous to go anywhere and get it colored and cut. Listening to Disney on Pandora, that's what my kids enjoy. Loving the Lego Batman movie, which is what we're watching right now, so watching is the same. And then drinking Pepsi, which I shouldn't drink that much Pepsi, but I do because it's delicious. So I just stuck that in there. And there's some little like word stickers in there for her too. And then I stuck some brads in here because you guys know I don't do brads anymore, but I thought Becky might like these, and they're my mind's eye, and so I thought they were cute, so I just stuck those in there for her. So there's my pages, and the happy mail is ready to be sent off to Becky. You guys have a good day. Bye.